everybody. Let's talk about technology. There's lots of pressure to use technology in the classroom, and it comes from many different directions. You have pressure from parents, pressure from your site administrator, there's pressure from businesses and community stakeholders, and then there's additional pressure from educational policy, which is created by people like our superintendent of schools who want more technology in the classroom. So take a minute to pause here and read through these bullet points. For students, technology is huge, right? You have so many different ways you can integrate technology to improve the learning process. So here's just a few bullet points to get you started. I think one of the most interesting is the use of assistive technology. This is working with students with disabilities. It's amazing how much this technology has improved each year. And then I think it's also interesting the way teachers are using things like wikis and social media to engage students in learning. For teacher, the technology aspect of teaching it's enormous because it helps you both prepare for lessons as well as deliver lessons and differentiate instruction. And it can also be a tremendous time. It takes so much time to do email. It takes a lot of time to make your lesson plans on PowerPoint. It takes time to organize your lessons electronically. Once you get the system down, it gets better, but in the front end, when you're building all of these processes, it takes a bit of time. The same thing here with test generators and question banks. These are great once you get them set up, but the initial time is somewhat of an investment. Of course, for IEPs, it's invaluable. And time management, some people use it better and manage their time well, and then other people. Okay, the issues that come up when using technology are somewhat vast. It's everything from the actual challenges at the specific site, like teaching in a rural district. You have bandwidth issues, and you have can you get cable out where the school is, and that sort of thing, into funding issues. And also the demographics of where you teach affects how technology is received by students. Have they been exposed to it since birth? Do they feel comfortable with it? Or are you working with a migrant population who has never used technology, and you have a huge startup gap where you're just getting them able to use a mouse? And believe me, those situations exist. So the range of issues is huge, everything from money to the demographics. And of course the last bullet here is probably one of the most important: professional development, or the lack thereof. I find in teaching that is the biggest hurdle to getting teachers to use technology, is providing them with enough training that they feel comfortable even getting started. And I saw that both in the K through 12 as well as the secondary education, that they just districts don't invest money in the professional development side, and they don't realize the amount of development that is necessary. And this is somewhat changing as people come through college and have more computer experience. They're hitting the ground running in their first jobs and able to work with the technology they're given. But I'll be the first to admit that I've had a room with a smartboard, and I haven't had time to learn to use the smartboard, so I teach the way I know how to teach. And that is sadly so common. So this is just sort of a very brief overview on technology. You're going to see a lot more in your classrooms, and I've also got a couple videos that I thought were good. So I hope you enjoy them, and I will see you at the next video.